Ready to roll? Super proud of our guys' effort. We knew this was going to be a really big gut test for us. That's a very, very good team. They didn't have a great second half, but Coach Les does a great job instilling toughness and discipline. Obviously, they had a huge win at Grand Canyon. Not very many people win there earlier in the year. But our guys came out after a pretty solid first half and then put the pedal to the metal in the second half, really defended. And I thought it was as good an offensive, other than too many turnovers, but sticking to the game plan. First close to 40 minutes as we've had. So proud of the guys, great effort, great win.
What was the message after North Texas? What was sort of the main message you had?
You know, it was shame on us for not paying attention to the plan and the scouting report. We knew they were going to be very physical, rake, scratch, claw, and I think it was less about the game before that, having a little bit of a hangover, and more about first road game against a very, very physical team, but we scheduled it that way. We knew we were going to get a great game from North Texas, and shame on us to go there, turn it over 22 times, some adversity, some calls not going our way. But to come back and respond says a lot about, what we have in this locker room.
Last year you had games where your mid-majors come in and you won some of them, but they were close, a lot of overtime games. So far this season, when you're in these situations, you're winning more convincingly. What does that show from this group that in these situations they're able to handle their business?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it speaks to that we've upgraded the talent level, the maturity, the depth, and yet we're staying mindful that there's going to be some hurdles along the way. 2 one-possession losses where one, we missed free throws and missed assignments out of timeouts, trapping the low post. One, I don't think our guys trusted enough on the road what it was going to be like, and they got a big wake-up call. But we know what we have. We're far from being at our best. And the neat thing is these guys come to work day in and day out. They ride through some of the bumpy roads, and it's nice to see them kind of handle success a little bit too. I thought their discipline tonight with what was working, sticking to it, where in other games maybe we went away at times and it cost us. Tonight they were very, very focused to that.
Johan, you win the rebounding battle by 23. Second chance points, you won that battle by a lot. Just with your group and the bigs, just how do you think this game sort of went, and how do you think you guys are developing as a group to this point?
How we developing?
How you're developing to this point?
I think we're developing really.
I think the team's coming together.
Oh, I think it's coming really, really good together. We have a lot of different nationalities and stuff, but I think that just makes the bond between us even stronger because we're all just away from home, not just in the United States, but like different continents and whatnot. And yeah, I just think we're coming together really, really well.
Isaiah, just for you personally, I guess kind of coming off the bench now these past couple games, how has that been like for you, and just how do you see your game sort of changing by having to come off the bench?
Feels great. I like it a lot. The guys in the starting five have been performing a lot, and they've been doing great. So I like coming off the bench, and I think like that can bring like a good impact off the bench, and I'm enjoying it.
I think our guys also understand that we've got the kind of team where that can change from weekend to weekend. He got a lot of opportunity. A lot was thrown at him early, and he's settled in nicely, and his role can change. And we've told some of the young bigs, don't be satisfied with your role. If you're not satisfied with where you're at, come to work day in and day out, bring the energy. He had a few good days this week. It led to more playing time. So you get everybody playing and believing in that, it's only going to strengthen us.
Is that with LT just, have you seen that from him as well in sort of earning that starting opportunity? And
sure.
Did it take time, just him coming in late?
For sure. No, he came in late. Isaiah had been playing really well for a long time. And LT never batted an eye coming off the bench, being an experienced guy. It was very encouraging to Isaiah through some of those tough times. And to a man, this team is really good that way. So if we keep everybody on the same page, and I think one of the last things I wrote on the board, was to play desperate, take it personal, but make it about us. And I thought tonight we really had an attitude of giving to each other. And that's what's gonna keep us at our best. We can't lose sight of that.
Obviously, the team started off pretty strong, maintained an 8-point lead or higher 4 minutes into the game. How important was it for you to maintain the focus and execution, like with this comfortable lead, having like the Texas game, like being the game?
Yeah, it's a great point, because the second half of our game with the group from south of us, we had an 11 or 12-point lead with like 10 and a half to go and squandered. And I think it was a 7-point lead on the road at North Texas. But those are some of the things, a new team with so many new guys, you can only experience it if you go through it. And shame on us for a little bit of lack of execution. It'd be a different story, but this is a long season. And so I thought tonight was huge. We kept telling our guys in the timeouts to stay disciplined to our plan, to each other. And by and large, I thought they did a great job of doing that. So shows big growth from the last 2 experiences out. And that's what you want, get better from week to week. Good? Go Beavs. Thank you.
Any more